Hello and welcome to the Marketing Women podcast. I'm your host, Anusha, Kannan, and it is great to have you here. Are you looking to move into marketing or want to learn marketing from scratch? We discuss all things marketing, analytics, business, personal branding, AI, and much more in a way any layman can understand. If you're new here, make sure to follow along and get on that email list by visiting anushakannan.com/email list to receive newsletters from me twice weekly. Follow at Anusha Ramesh Kannan on TikTok. Tag us on your stories. Would love to see that. And now let's dive in. Welcome back to this week's episode. In this week's episode, we're going to talk about how to use AI without losing your brand voice. This is something I'm so excited to talk about because while AI can be an incredible tool for marketers, I personally love it. I also think it's also very easy to lose that human touch if we're not intentional about how we use it. And speaking of brand voice and intention, today's topic actually connects directly to what we discussed in episode 48, Stop Sabotaging Your Brand Voice. And in that episode, we broke down the steps to creating a strong, consistent voice that resonates with your audience. And honestly, the thing here is those same steps that we talked about in those episodes is kind of foundational for this one. And I would highly recommend you listen to that one. But if you haven't, don't worry, I've got you covered. But I would definitely recommend you queue that up before or after this episode because it all ties together. Basically, we talked about what makes a strong brand voice and why it's so important for building trust and connection with your audience. Here's a quick recap. First, you have to know your audience, not just their demographics, but their habits, fears, dreams, and motivations. Secondly, you have to focus on simplicity. If your message takes too long to digest, you've already lost them. Third, be emotionally resonant. People remember how you make them feel, not just what you said. And fourth, I think the last one I talked about was staying consistent. Across all platforms and touch points, your voice should feel cohesive. So that's the idea. And the same principles that we talked about in those episodes are just as important when you're working with AI. If anything, they're even more important because AI doesn't inherently understand emotion, nuance, or context. They are like a newborn baby. They just don't even understand what the hell's going on. And that's basically where we come in as humans. You've got to guide the process to make sure your voice shines through, no matter how advanced the tools are. So let's talk about why AI can dilute your voice without intentionality. So the challenge here with AI being super amazing, right? It can write, it can optimize, even predict trends. But if you look at it at its core, it's a tool. It does not know your brand audience or brand voice. It generates content based on patterns and data. And the problem with that is if you rely on AI without a clear plan, you risk sounding like a robot. If I was talking to you welcome, today's episode, we're doing this. Thank you. There wouldn't be a connection between us, right? We would sound too generic. We would sound completely off-brand. And trust me, we've all seen those AI-generated posts that are technically correct, but lack any kind of personality or emotional connection. Honestly, how I see it nowadays is a lot of blog posts are very AI generated. Even LinkedIn posts are AI generated, and you can tell that it's AI generated. And a lot of people have asked me this question. I've had a discussion with people, and they always tell me, what's wrong with AI generated content? What is so wrong about it that people are always shitting on it? My perspective there is it's not wrong because factually, you're giving the right kind of information. But the problem there is every single LinkedIn post, if it looks the same way, it's okay, just one person post. Why is everybody doing the same thing? Right? That is where your own perspective, your authenticity shines. And that is what we need to focus on. That's really interesting, but hold on a second. I've got something just as exciting to share with you. Elevator Gazette is your go-to newsletter for elevating both your personal and professional life. Every Sunday, get tips on achieving balance and personal growth. Every Thursday, receive career advice, marketing strategies, and professional development insights, and much more. Plus, stay updated with the latest from my podcasts and much more. Join my newsletter today at anushakannan.com/email list and start elevating your journey. Let's get back into the show. Even if you go back to the 48th episode, I was talking about knowing your audience, how simplicity is important, emotional resonance, and consistency, which is, again, it's even more important with AI. And this is all like very vague, so I'll get into the core of this episode, which is me introducing the authentic framework to you. So what is the authentic framework? It's like authentic. The framework's name is authentic. Authentic framework is designed to help you use AI as a tool to kind of take your brand voice to the next level. We're not trying to replace anything here. We're just trying to use AI because it's easy, but you also need to like have your own voice. So it's all about intentionality, clarity, and keeping the human touch front and center. So here's how it works. Authenticity. Let's start off by breaking this one. Authenticity, A, stands for assess your brand voice. So before you even open an AI tool, close that ChatGPT, Claude, whatever it is that you use, close that tab. First, sit down and define your brand's tone, personality, and values. Take a piece of paper. Do it right now with me, or use the framework that I have in the description too. Ask yourself these questions. What emotions do you want your audience to feel? If your brand were a person, how would it sound? For example, let's say that your brand is talking to me and you want me to feel like FOMO, for example. How would your quote unquote script be for your content, or your actual like text be for your content? If your brand were a person, how would it sound? If you have a content creator who's working in-house, or you're going to hire someone, how would you want them to sound? Think about that. That's an authentic framework. Use specific prompts. So now that you've written it down, open ChatGPT or Claude or whatever it is that you work with. AI is only as good as the inputs you give it. For example, instead of saying, write a blog, try saying, write a casual, conversational, engaging blog post about fitness for beginners who want to improve their mental health. Be very specific about what you want the output to be, who you're trying to target, what kind of voice you want it to use. That is very, very important. And it doesn't stop there. We're just at U. We still have authentic to cover. So that's A and U, assess your brand. U is use specific prompts. T is train AI with examples. This is one of my favorite things to do. I have written so many scripts, so many blog posts, so many LinkedIn posts, so many articles, so many speeches that I've basically, like so many podcast episodes too. And I have basically taken all of them in a document. And trust me, it's a very big document. And I've trained all of my GPTs using that. So anytime I ask it for like a draft of email or anything, it knows exactly how I talk. So many AI tools let you input past content or reference specific styles. So use this to your advantage by showing the AI what your on brand looks like. So take it, use it. It's going to be pretty awesome. That's AUT, assess your brand voice, use specific prompts, train AI with examples. H stands for humanize outputs. Now, you've given it all, it's going to generate something and give it to you. That is not the final product. Can you please not use those rocket emojis and those, I don't know, just AI stuff. You just need to understand that that is just a starting point. That is not the final product. You have to edit it to add more personal anecdotes, humor, or emotional nuance that AI cannot replicate. To be completely honest with you, sometimes I take my personal journal. I have a career journal that I have separately. I take pictures of it and I send it to ChatGPT. I'm like, can you pick one or two from this and tell me what's actually, kind of resonates with this post that I'm trying to write or the script that I'm trying to write? And it gives me examples. Like, you cannot imagine or expect your AI to know that. You have to kind of give it like, hey, you know what? Today I woke up and chose to have lemon water instead of coffee. Like, these are not the things that AI would know about you. And that would be very relatable to other people who are reading your content. So you have to be very, very mindful of that. And that changes the entire game. So that is AUTH. Assess your brand voice, use specific prompts, train AI with examples, humanize outputs. Now, E is evaluate consistency. This is a huge, huge, huge point. Make sure your tone and messaging align across all platforms, because sometimes we use like one way of talking. Let's say, for example, like each platform has its own way of you talking, right? On Instagram, you can be super casual, but if you go to LinkedIn, you're a little professional, which in my sense has become like very conversational on all platforms. I don't think people are too focused on being like, dear XYZ with regards. I don't think people are talking like that anymore. Or at least I don't. So I think you just need to be mindful that your tone and messaging align across all platforms. So you don't sound like a different person, or your brand is still like people look at you as a human, not just a brand. So make sure that the tone is aligned. I would suggest using tools like Grammarly or writer.com to help maintain consistency. That is AUTHE, which is assess your brand voice, use specific prompts, train AI with examples, humanize outputs, evaluate consistency. For N, note what resonates. Now pay attention to all the content that you've created. Pay attention to what content performs best and why. Now take all of that data and put that to ChatGPT. Ask it to analyze, or if you're an analyst and you love, like me, if you're like me and you like to do your own analysis, fun, do that. Use that data to refine your AI strategies. I've noticed so many times that when I use like certain emojis or certain ways of writing my posts, it does so well. When I don't do that, I've seen like my LinkedIn posts just dip. It just does not perform well. So I think it's very important. I have like a bi-weekly meeting set with myself. It's just me, myself, and I. And I kind of go through all the content that I've created and see, nobody gave a shit about this one. Oh, people actually really love that one. What did I do differently in both of these to kind of compare and test? So that is Authn. Assess your brand voice, use specific prompts, train AI with examples, humanize outputs, evaluate consistency, note what resonates. Now T is test and adjust. Like I said, A/B test. A/B testing is your best friend. It'll always be your best friend. Experiment with those different approaches to see what works for your audience. And kind of keep doing that. Don't stop just because you've like tried it 3 to 4 times and you're like, you know what? I've reached my final destination. This is what is working. I'm going to stick to this. I'm not saying to like change too much at the same time. This is a disclaimer, not to change like an entire 360. Don't do that. Change like little things. Little things. If you usually start your emails with ever feel like blah, 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 try not doing that. Try giving the answer immediately. Hey, I have an answer for your X question. Try like that. That is okay. So that is Authn. Assess your brand voice, use specific prompts, train AI with examples, humanize outputs, evaluate consistency, note what resonates, test and adjust. I stands for innovate regularly. Like I said, keep your messaging pretty fresh, but stay true to your brand voice, because AI can help you brainstorm new ideas, but at the end of the day, your core message should remain consistent. I don't know if you've tried this. If AI gives you an output, let's say ChatGPT gives you an output, you copy that, you open a new ChatGPT, new chat, and you give the same output to that as an input, it'll give you a different output. It's like, it does not care about staying on brand, right? But you should care about staying on brand. So keep that in mind. The last one is connect with your audience. I'm going to recap all together because it's the last one. An authentic C stands for connect with your audience. AI can help you scale conversation, but again, you can write all these posts using AI, you can write scripts, you can write content, everything, but you have to be present and engage with your community in real time. I think this is why a lot of people get pissed off when LinkedIn comments are AI generated, because it's like, if you were meeting someone in person, you wouldn't be like, give me a second, I'm not going to hear to anything you're going to say. I'm just going to go on ChatGPT and enter whatever it is that you said, and I'll give you a response from that. That is just not something we will do. And I think that's why people are getting pissed off. But I think it's important to be present and engage with your community in real time. Now, that is the authentic framework. A stands for assess your brand voice. U stands for use specific prompts. T stands for train AI with examples. H stands for humanize outputs. E stands for evaluate consistency. N stands for note what resonates. T stands for test and adjust. I stands for innovate regularly. And last one, C stands for connect with your audience. Now let's talk about making this actionable. You can even use this like right now. Try this. And I'll give you a guide like I promised. It's in the description. You can click that and use that as well. So let's start off with this first one. Write a business casual but approachable LinkedIn post announcing, like bracket, your new product, focusing on how it solves a key problem for your target audience. Try that. Or if you're like social media, I'm a social media person, generate 5 Instagram captions after researching top fitness brand. It should be targeting people who work out for mental health benefits. Use an empathetic yet motivational tone. Try these 2. Let me know. One of my favorite applications of this framework is to test out like how my different posts work on different platforms to understand like which voice people resonate with the most. Because I don't actually talk like the same way. Like I said, we need to be consistent across all platforms. But I've tried not doing that just to see how it goes. And I have definitely understood that my LinkedIn voice resonates a lot more with people than like me trying something else. So the key takeaway there is AI can give you the bones, but it's up to you to add the soul. So there you have it, the authentic framework to help you use AI without losing your brand. Remember, the steps we covered in episode 48 are the foundation of this process. So whether you're using AI or writing content yourself, it all starts with knowing your audience, being clear, and staying emotionally connected. If you want to like dig a little deeper into this, I've created the free authentic framework template and it's customizable prompt guide for you. It's linked in this description, so go ahead and check it out. And I want to hear from you. Let me know what you think about it. Also, I want to know what's been your biggest challenge when it comes to using AI in your marketing. DM me on LinkedIn or Instagram. I would love to feature your question in a future episode. Yeah, this has been fun. I actually like this topic. Don't forget to share this episode with a friend or colleague who's navigating the AI marketing world. Follow me on TikTok because I do talk a lot about AI there. Also, I have a quick announcement. I don't know if you guys have heard, I'm actually writing a book that is kind of figuring out the whole intersection between marketing and tech. So I think it'll be pretty fun. If you're not following my journey on Instagram or TikTok, highly recommend you do that. And yeah. That's it for today. Hope you find it useful. Please feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn or email me at anusha@anushakannan.com. Follow me on LinkedIn to never miss my journey, and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.